Good morning, Covenant Life Church. This is Sarah Sparks. Grace and peace be to you. Um, I had done a video previously about testimonies, and I was asking God, okay, what do you want me to share? And there's a couple things that He wants me to share, but I'm not going to fit them all in this video. But this one is in regards to one of my testimonies, and CompassCare and the importance of supporting CompassCare and the work that they do. Excuse me. When I was 18, I had walked away from the Lord, and I didn't really have a strong relationship with Him at that point. I had always said, that, if somebody else wanted to have an abortion, that it was up to them, but I would never do that. Well, I was in a sexual relationship and got pregnant at 18. And at that point, I had so much fear. Fear of telling my parents, fear of how am I going to raise this child, fear of, am I going to be a single mom? All those different things. And so I went into an abortion. I went to Planned Parenthood and had an abortion. Unfortunately, at that time, because of the fear, I went through with it. And there was no other alternative. They didn't sit you down and say, well, these are your options. At that point, if CompassCare was around, I didn't know about it, because I didn't know about it. Now this has shaped my life and God has used it. Then again, when I was 21, it happened again. I got pregnant again. And again, had an abortion. At that point, I still wasn't walking with the Lord, or I hadn't turned my life back to Christ. But at this point in hindsight, I wish that there had been a CompassCare around. I wish there had been somebody to sit me down, to talk to my, to ease my fears, or, come against those spirits of fear, sorry. And I'm not saying that, it is what it is. But after they happened, for years, Satan tormented me with them, that I was a murderer, and I was, and that I would see, babies in commercials, and I'd just start bawling. And down the road, I eventually gave my life back to Christ. And even during that time, I was just tormented. Satan tormented me with it. And then one Saturday, I must have been watching something. I don't remember what it was. Probably had babies in it or something. And I was just bawling. And inside, I was just so broken. And sorry if I cry. I was just so broken. And I just laid down and flopped down on my bed. And I'm like, Lord God, I can't do this. And I can't even describe that moment. God just washed over me. It was like Jesus' blood, like living water, just washed over me and just washed my sin away. Now, if I had never done that, I wouldn't have had that moment. I wish I had made a different choice. But it is a choice that I made. But I think that's why it's important to support CompassCare for those people that are searching, those people that are fearful, the girls that don't have any other choice. This gives them an opportunity to see the alternatives, to feel that they are loved, to realize that there's other options out there. Now, since then, God's forgiven me. I've forgiven myself. He's used it to help me grow spiritually and grow in Him. But it's nothing that I would want to wish on anybody, because that choice it's devastating. Not just because of my decisions, but because 2 babies were lost. God has, since comforted me and shown me that they're in heaven with Him, and that one day I'll get to see them. But I just wanted to encourage you to step up and give, even if you can't walk, even if you can't be a part of it, even if you can give something. It's very important, especially nowadays. So I just want to encourage you to give and to share your testimony. This is not an easy one for me to share, but God has shed light and grace on me, through this, and He has forgiven me. He can forgive you. And I am no longer tormented by Satan about it. But I just want to encourage you, church family, to step out of your comfort zone. It may not be something that you want to share or feel like you should share, and I can understand that. But it wasn't until I started shedding light on this that He started releasing those bonds and those fears. One more little part to this is that when I was pregnant with Emily, if God had not been there for me and had not forgiven me for the past abortions, I was at a spot where I was very fearful with Emily. And if it wasn't for me walking with Him again, I probably would have done it again, unfortunately. But I've had people that have come around me with this. I've had other people that have had abortions and are walking with the Lord and just have wrapped their arms around me and walked with me in this. And I just think it's important that we reach out to these young girls or older mothers or whoever, to be able to support them. So I don't know how to end this. Just share your testimony. Hopefully this encourages somebody else. And I love you all. Hope to see you soon, and grace and peace to you. Bye.